Venom in my zone and get it going Donkey Kong. They got the hand dollar, will you give a dog a bone? I'm like, oh no, you gotta get it on your own. They get an attitude, I'm like, you better check your tone. They ain't got no job, need someone to take her home. I hop up in the car, whip like Indiana Jones. Going George Lucas, now I'm out here killing clones. Coming in strong like, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Everybody wanna kill the king, or you shit wanna take the crown. I can see through it like a stomach with a other sign. When I hit the gas, I be going like 100 miles. They be getting tired, running out like 100 house.
Tonight on EA Sports.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and this one is underway here on EA Sports. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. It's Eckler again. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
It's a first down following a gain of 3. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes. And the contact may have come too early. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick-6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that you don't like that call on the opening drive of the game.
It's a very strong limb that you're out on right now. Okay, look, the game between college and the NFL continues to creep closer. But that is truly a college play, not an NFL play. Because you'd snap the ball from the 3-yard line there, whether it's going for 1 or going for 2. So it makes sense to try it that way to maybe fake it. In this case, from the 15, makes 0 sense.
And now your lead's just 6-0 instead of 7-0. Donald Parham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Up the middle with Eckler. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Dancing to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And what a moment for him to start the Super Bowl right here. Over in his young career, and many of them question if he could truly be an NFL starter, let alone a Super Bowl starter. But here he is on the biggest day of the NFL season, leading.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19. Herbert off of play action. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Draw play. It's Eckler. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Herbert. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and
it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert eluding the pressure right. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first. Looking to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain. Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
And he's off to a very poor start. 2 passes, 2 interceptions. They'll try and see if he can complete a few to the good guys here as he starts 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Always a benefit to have a quarterback that can roam outside of the pocket, make that throw, and I guess it's helpful to have a guy that can come down with a ball like that.
All that ties in together perfectly. Imagine being on the other side of the ball, though. You think you've got coverage. The play gets extended. Now you've got to find a receiver to plaster onto before the ball gets there. Very difficult to do.
And he's brought down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Didn't learn his lesson the first time, but looks like a second early interception got through to him. Now he understands. Don't force a throw if it's not there. Oftentimes, running is the better play anyway. Case in point, he picks up a first down there.
Mostert. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. A big one here early in this Super Bowl. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run with Mostert, and this time he is in.
Yes.
Raheem Mostert punching it in from a yard away as his guys are able to extend their lead. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And it's up and good to make the score 13-3. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Eckler now between the tackles. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. Out of the gun, Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 34. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Forced out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And his kick here is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4.
No, it's not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Tua now on 1st down.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Cedric Wilson, 61 yards. And the Dolphins will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
Yes, darn right.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now it's Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. 1 quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57.
Plenty of scoring here already. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. Play action. It's Herbert.
Buying time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll run for it with Eckler. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter's telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway. These are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And he returns this to the 22. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run right side with Mostert. And some room to maneuver. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. Now Tua. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was it...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
I was going to ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The Charger drive about to get going. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Herbert on first down now. Finding Williams once more, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw here, Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That goes for a gain of 31. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Herbert throwing again. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Chargers get a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle. And that trims the lead down to 9. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
From just shy of midfield, Tua. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball. Yeah,
they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
And going deep for Hill. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
And down he'll go at the 25. 46 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. On first down, it's Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Herbert now. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Herbert throws complete to Williams. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Spiller. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. And that will be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl. From the 39, Herbert. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. Here's Herbert. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. He's got room at the 30. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that.
Touchdown! Austin Eckler, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are an extra point away from taking the lead in this Super Bowl.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Miami set to take over. We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, he might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield, too.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And going deep for Hill. A contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a give to Mostert running right. He spins free. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Partner, how he managed to get positive yardage out of that run, I have no idea. But a little juking, a little moving, got it done.
Got him 2 yards. Second down, here's Mostert again. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in one of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they trail here in this Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me,
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Operating from the gun, Herbert, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this is going to remain a one-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing about a dozen on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Flush to his right. And going deep for Hill. And that one almost intercepted. Could have been his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's going to bring up a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. They started on the ground with Eckler. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Herbert, he dumps it to Eckler underneath. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. A handoff, it's Eckler. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. Charles, still a one-possession game. Remember, it could have been 2 after they opted to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Didn't get it, but their defense holds strong. A leap, and he will make the catch. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They hand it off to Mostert. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. The kick by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins have come back now to regain the lead. So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Looking to throw. Herbert, he'll get this over the middle here to Palmer.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Christian Wilkins there defensively for the stop. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. On play action, here's Tua. Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua being chased out left. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Tua going to throw. And he'll be tackled on the other side. 46-yard line.
Himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drop.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Khalil Mack able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Going to the air. Tagovailoa dancing to his left.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal.
A handoff running left is Mostert.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James, a sack from his safety position. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Here's Eckler to begin the drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here in Super Bowl 57 from Glendale.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field.
And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title.
A leap, and he's got it. He got it.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua.
He'll swing this out to Mostert. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Here's Mostert.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Good gain there on first down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
They'll run with Mostert.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
And now here in this situation, a field goal would still have them only up by 1 score, so I would think about going for it. Even if you don't get in, you put your defense in a really nice spot, making the offense go.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Jeff Wilson, a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points, and they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
Herbert off of play action. Sliding out of the pocket. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Herbert. That's caught. It's DeAndre Carter. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight.
Now Hill to return it.
Yards on the punt, 2 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And the Dolphins getting set to go here.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. It's a big play there for Miami. 43 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
2 and now on 1st down. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. 2 and a throw again. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down. Now a give, running left is Wilson. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jeff Wilson, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Dolphins have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Sanders now to add the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. Now the LA offense ready for this next possession. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right? And
this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And his throw here's incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A chance for Waddle on the return. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. An impressive punt return of 76 yards. And the Dolphins are feeling good as they extend their lead in the Super Bowl.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw again, Herbert. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Again, Herbert. Over the middle, complete. That's Carter. And he's going to get this down near the 25. And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop him on third down. Herbert. And that is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
What a great effort there. It's inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. Eckler is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Kelly will score. Touchdown, Chargers. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now, you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Wilson going to try the right side. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that one almost intercepted. Well, he's got 2 already, nearly a third, but not to be, and it's 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it, rolling to his left. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Dolphins tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter. So that drive there, CD, a good response, and that might be the one that gets them to the finish line, a comfortable lead.
Yeah, and that's all about not letting the team back into a game because they just gave up a touchdown. It was back to a two-score game, and anything can happen in that situation. But instead, they came through with a really terrific drive right there that ended in 6. So you like to slam the door on teams. In this case, they're trying to lock it as well.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was Tua Tagovailoa who called his own number and finished it off with the touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the fourth. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And that's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. Spins away. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they certainly got dented with that 1st down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run again with Wilson. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Now they'll hand it off to Wilson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Here's Gaskin. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Myles Gaskin, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Well, they were looking to pick up the 1st down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. L.A. readies for its next possession. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
To try again after the sack. Herbert. That's caught right side by Palmer. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now it's Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carter. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. One last throw here for Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. And the Lombardi Trophy has a home in South Florida. The Miami Dolphins are your Super Bowl champions. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.